Good morning, neighbors, and welcome back to the Now Morning Show, your Wednesday edition, where we are getting ready to talk kindness. On May 8th, 2022, the Red Cross will be observing International World Red Cross and Red Crescent Day. And to do that, I have two guests this morning to help me explore the facets of kindness throughout the country and the globe. So I say welcome and good morning to Mr. Ariel Kestens, the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies Head of Delegation. That was a mouthful. And my good friend, no stranger to the Now Morning Show, Mr. Salorne McDonald, the Business Development and Social Innovation Director for the Trinidad and Tobago Red Cross Society.
Good morning.
Morning. Good morning, gentlemen. Well, big titles because big responsibilities.
Indeed.
I have grown up knowing the Red Cross exists and understanding that it's a safe place, a good place, and it's all about humankind. But this morning we're being more specific. What is in the cards for the Red Cross today?
So as we celebrate World Red Cross Day on the 8th of May, which is the birthday of our founder, Mr. Henry Dunant, we're this year looking at, humankind. We've spent a lot of time, especially over the last 2 years, where we've understood in greater volume the value of being kind, whether it's listening, whether it's lending a hand, whether it's just being there for someone. And this year, we utilize that as the theme globally.
Right.
And we want to commemorate that kind of kindness, where we want people to, show, as we say, put it in the picture, do the symbol, and let's share acts of kindness all around.
Right. Now that's something we can all get on board with, because when we think about how much the Red Cross does, we often think of it in terms of tragedy, in terms of some sort of almost like redemption. If something happens, we know we can look to the Red Cross for help. But it shouldn't just be in the times of help that we reach out to you guys. So how do we now, as the average man on the street, get involved with your random acts of kindness?
Well, hundreds of thousands of volunteers have joined the Red Cross during the pandemic because there were three big disasters overlapping at the same time. The climate crisis that induced disaster,
Right.
the COVID, and things like migration, for example, in Trinidad and Tobago.
Right.
Anybody can join the Red Cross at any time to show the act of kindness, right? To listen at any moment, and this is the reason why we are celebrating during this week.
Now, have we seen then any sort of influx or greater influx of volunteers, considering, as you noted, the COVID pandemic, the migration, the global climate change? Any sort of big impacts in terms of
On the
volunteers?
local front, definitely. Our
Yeah.
National Society has seen an influx
So we're
of
nice
volunteers.
people.
Yes, thank you, Trinidad and Tobago. People have come in and at various skill levels.
Okay.
We've even been able to open our Henry Dunant Clinic during this period, and it's fully volunteer. So doctors, nurses, and other people lending support, people trained in taking your vitals and so forth, and lending a hand. We've also got initiatives where we're giving seedlings so you can start your garden.
Well, that was the next part of the conversation, because as you're saying that we open this new center, that's how we're going to actually see these days of kindness roll out, right?
Indeed, indeed. We've got a couple of different things. Kindness to family from Tuesday the 3rd. Kindness to friends on the 4th. Kindness to the workplace, your colleagues, your comrades right where you are. Kindness to strangers. And this is TNT. People speak ill of us, but we kind to strangers. We like strangers.
We do.
We take care of it. And caring for the environment on Saturday the 7th.
So distinguish for me, what does caring for family sound or feel like?
Caring for family means that in any given situation, you have family members who have been hit, especially in these last 2 years, by any number of things.
Right.
Mental health is a challenge, and we're seeing the advancements that we need to make. So, make a listen, play a game, do a coloring book, visit a relative that you haven't, cook a meal, find out if everybody's okay. Just do a general check-in and see how you can lend support, because we don't speak to a lot of what's happened to us unless someone opens up the door and says, it's safe to do that. Yeah.
Very true. Now, friends, we can definitely line with, we can check out, we can do the same, I suppose. But tell me more about the kindness for the environment specifically, because that's where you're going to be doing the seedling
Correct. Part of it,
distribution.
Yeah,
Yes.
part of it is, distributing different kinds of seedlings like food and other things. But also we're looking at doing the cleanups. We know what a beach looks like after Trinis have had a good time. We know what our streets look like and what our neighborhoods can look like. So we want to make sure that we show some love to the environment to be able to to, you know, minimize the impact of our huge human footprint.
My feet are bigger than yours. Mr. Kestens, in terms of the sister isle, do we have plans for this to go across to Tobago? How is this going to be explored throughout, well, Trinidad and Tobago, the region, and the wider Caribbean?
Yeah, well, in the world, almost 1 out of 500 people volunteer for the Red Cross or the Red Crescent, right?
Nice.
That's an amount of almost 15 million volunteers worldwide that are reaching out and serving above 700 million people with disaster action, above 300 million people with health action, and above 100 million people with water and sanitation. And of course, all these activities are taking place in the Caribbean and throughout the Red Cross societies that are also placed in each of the countries of the nation island across the whole Caribbean, and that includes, of course, the sister island of Tobago.
Tobago, we don't leave it out at all. I like it. And in that case, if somebody wanted to get involved, tell us how to reach you guys. How
you
to
just
volunteer.
hit us up, ttrcs.org. You'll get everything you need. Because we know this is the internet generation. Nobody really makes phone calls. So
But if we want to do, what number can we call you?
Yeah, you hit ttrcs.org and hit our contacts page. You'll be able to get phone, you'll get our Instagram handles and everything. All right, just touch us.
Alive and well. It's so great to continue to hear the good work that the Red Cross continues to do. And of course, we want to make sure that everybody gets involved with the acts of kindness. So remind me of what the
we're putting
symbol
kindness.
is.
We're putting kindness in the picture. We want to share our various acts of kindness to show that, yeah, we're doing some good things. We human beings, we can be kind. So humankind put the good stuff in the picture. You know, on Friday, you can actually join us at our headquarters from 9 to 2. Come on in. We have various demonstrations. We have games for the kids. You can access services at our clinic.
Right.
You know, participate in some drills and help to even prepare yourself in the event that your community is having a response to a disaster. You can be a part of that response and learn how to better be a part of that. So come see us on Friday from 9 to 2.
So we've got kindness to the family on the 3rd of May, kindness to friends on the 4th, kindness in the workplace on Thursday the 5th, and kindness to strangers on the 6th. Now this is also open, rather TT Red Cross Open Day.
Yes.
What does that mean? How is that different from
It's the same day. On our open day, we invite you to come have a better idea of what happens at the TT Red Cross and how you can get involved. So you can come and volunteer, but you can also take part in demonstrations, drills, tour the ambulance, see what an emergency response would be like, take part in a first aid class. For the kids, we've got the Know Your Health and the Zika games, because, you know, these mosquito-borne diseases are still a part of our communities. So it's about ensuring that you interact with us and get a better idea of how TT Red Cross and the Red Cross movement has been a part of communities since our existence.
So we got the full transparency, understanding how the Red Cross functions. You've got the opportunity to volunteer, and you've basically covered every facet of your community, from family to friends, to workplace, to and the environment. Hats off to the Red Cross. And we continue to celebrate as we put kindness in the picture.
Put kindness in the picture.
And it makes so much sense. We're very Instagrammable. We might as well.
Indeed.
Now, one last thing, because you are encouraging persons to actually complete acts of kindness, random acts of kindness, and share it online. We've seen where that has become a little bit taboo, a little bit one-sided, because people are no longer doing it for the goodness of it. They're doing it for the likes, as we like to say.
Indeed.
So to the persons who are participating, what would be the message you want to leave with them?
The message is, you know, as was said, and you alluded to the words of the song, is for the love, not the likes. So what you're doing, you're not doing what you call disaster porn. You're not putting out images that make people feel bad or look bad or make yourself look superior. You're showing acts of kindness. So if you're cooking, show all of you in the kitchen, show the love, put the sign on it. You don't go out there and show yourself handing somebody some food and saying, hey, look at this, look at it, look in the frame. No. Show the acts of kindness. Don't be out there trying to promote that there is a better than or there is a greater than. Just show the love, show some love, you know, and we know how to do that.
We absolutely do.
And you can do it for yourself as well, right? People who systematically engage in acts of kindness across their own life, they live longer and they stay younger. And an act of kindness also gives some endorphins, which is the natural painkiller of our brains.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Kindness to yourself, to others, the real fountain of health. And
Indeed.
youth. Yeah?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining me this morning. And for those of you viewing at home, you can get in on the action too. We want you to continue to give us random acts of kindness. Put kindness in the picture. And make sure that on May 8th, you join the Red Cross and continue to make our communities and the world at large a better place.